Good morning, Florida. And I say good morning, Florida, because this episode of Super Sour Podcast is Floridian of the Week, fully dedicated to all you amazingly wonderful, bright, smiling, totally normal, totally casual, totally law abiding Florida citizens.
Flow grown.
Flow grown. Oh, geez, it's coming out. Florida. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Uh,
Some people might call us Florida. Um,
some people might call us that. Some people might call us one of the most badass states around. Some might say, Florida has a lot of names. Gator City. That's just a spot in Florida. But go Bulls. um, so basically, we have a lot of Floridians that, as you know, there's no cap on the craziness that happens here in Florida. Um, in my opinion, the best spot. It's funny if you live in Florida, wherever you are seems to be the best spot for the craziness. I don't know. You say in the comments where you think the craziness is. I think where I am, where we are, where the Super Sour podcast resides, is pretty calm and casual. We see some crazy, but if you're from Florida, you know places like St. Pete, and we're not too far from St. Pete. That's probably one of the crazy. But there's places like Jacksonville and like Miami and stuff, like major cities and other cities in between that are, and you hear these counties and cities in Florida, Waukesha, and you're like, that's a place in Florida. Like, damn right it is, right over there next to Dayton. You're like, what?
Thonotosassa.
What
Thonotosassa.
is that a place?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kissimmee. Like Kissimmee. Ugh. Hey, Florida. Why?
All the Native
I'll backtrack. I'll backtrack here. I mean, that's just to say that how badass our state is. A lot of Native American ties here. A lot of Native American ties. And we do appreciate you. If you're listening, and we know that you are, I've seen the poltergeist. uh, I hope you guys are enjoying this day on whatever the temperature is for you today, and I hope you have a nice cup of coffee like I do. A nice cup of coffee. So, without any more procrastinating, laptop fire up. Boom. That's the kind of magic we have here on the Super Sour podcast. Oh man, so what's been going on in Florida? Uh, the funniest part about looking up stuff about Florida is you can mostly get the news by just kind of walking more than 10 feet out your door. There's usually an older couple that's going to be walking, that's going to be telling the gist of what they read in the paper and saw on the news. There's going to be some hipster that's really mad yelling about something, and you could also probably hit some news from some hobo on the street. That's all within 10 to 20 feet of your door. And I know what you're thinking, Texas and California. Oh, that's nothing. I get it. I get it. You guys are high quality trash. We're a little bit more class with our trash. Does that make sense? So anyway, um, first we got up. Man gets into tug of war match with alligator that attacked his dog. Now, if you're watching this and you're not from Florida, you're going, "Oh my God!" And if you're from Florida, you're going, "Son of a bitch!" I tried to get another one. And then after that reaction, you scroll more or watch more to go. But did they get him? Let's see. And yeah, normally if you're reading it, you sound like this. You go like, but did they get him? Uh, this is unfortunately like a common thing that happens in Florida. You could hear about this probably a couple times in a month where somebody's dog gets nabbed by an alligator, and unfortunately, most of the time it's the story goes where the story gets told where an alligator nabbed my dog, and now I don't have a dog anymore. So there's that. But a good 25% of it is a lot of people where they had to get into. If you're a real ass dude, then you get into a fight with that alligator. That alligator regrets attacking your dog. That's the other 25%. Um, and the other, to be fair, a lot of those stories where the dog gets attacked. I mean, it's a tiny tiny dog, so either the owner doesn't stand a chance, or it's a really really old, like, elderly person, or a really young kid. And what do you want them to do? There's an age limit of being a real ass dude, for certain things. Florida man got into a tug of war match with an alligator that grabbed his dog and pulled it into the river this week, according to a news report. Obviously not being told by the bartender down the street, although that would be just as cool. Also, I think I'd rather hear it from him. Um, Trent Trent Tweedaddle. Sorry, buddy. You're a hero amongst Floridians, but your last name is Tweedaddle. Tweedaddle. Twidaddle this, twidaddle that. You know what I mean? Am I right? Trent, you hear me? No? All right. Trent was walking. We're just going to call you Trent for this article, Mr. Twidaddle. Oh, imagine him being a teacher. He's doing it to me. he'd fuck up all the kids in class. Excuse me, Mr. Tweeter? Oh, Twidaddle. I don't. His dog's name was Loki. Trent was walking 6-year-old Loki on their farm. Oh, he has a farm.
Oh, it was 6.
It was 6.
An old boy.
He's an old puppy. That's an old puppy right there. He was walking on his farm in Wesley Chapel, Pasco County on Monday morning when the rescue pup, it was a rescue. Everything about this dog is like, oh, you're precious. We don't have a picture of Loki, but just find some pictures of a precious dog, and I'm sure it'll match. The rescue pup had his front paws in the river. Oh, it was trying to catch some water. So bad. You should not be letting your dog do that, though. And nearly 13-foot long gator attacked. He told WFLA, so they have no confirmation on that. I'm gonna say it was probably true though. Twidaddle, God, they're gonna use his last name like we're gonna read it like that. Like we're just gonna go, oh, Twidaddle. But hey, you know what? That's what I'm doing right now. Twidaddle, a former Army staff sergeant, jumped into action. Oh, good. Okay, these are his words here. So I'm gonna do him. I grabbed the dog. To me, he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I grabbed the dog's collar. I tried to pull him up. Oh Jesus! I tried to pull him back. Ended up in a tug of war match with the son of a bitch. I said, "Give me a bear," with this gator, and the gator was not letting go. He sold the outlet, so I let it go in the collar, and I said, "Okay, I'm fucking it up." So I let it go of the collar. And I got down on one knee deep into the water and started pounding on the gator's head. I started stomping a mud hole in that son of a bitch until eventually he let go. Well, thank you, Stone Cold, for reading that for us. No problem. Oh, while Twidaddle got away with minor scratches, Loki's front legs was nearly severed and he needed emergency surgery. Listen here, Gator in Wesley Chapel, Pasco County. If you're listening to this, and I know that you are, I'm coming for you. I'm not coming by myself. I'm coming with the whole Pasco County. I'm not coming for 10%. I'm coming for all of it. They also, by the way, after they said that he had to go for emergency surgery, it said according to the report. Yes. How else would you know? When I pulled him back, okay, Stone Cold's a little tired from using his voice. when I pulled him back up, the bones were out, and it looks like the arms was just hanging by a shred. It's funny. I keep messing this up, but I'm reading it like he would probably say it. Poor doggo. They put metal plates and screws and were able to reconstruct it in that way. We're hoping that he can regain full use of his paws after this. I'm sure he will. Now Twidaddle. I love this part. Now Twidaddle is determined to catch the offending reptile that he set a trap up with the help of Florida Fish and Wildlife Services. Hell yeah. The trapper did not have any bait, so I grabbed one of my roosters. Oh, okay, dude. I grabbed one of my roosters and we used him as bait in the trap. Okay. I'm trying to be on your side.
Gators gotta eat.
Gators do have to eat. You know what? You gotta have some kind of bait. I mean, if that rooster, that rooster, you know what though? That rooster's the one that's like calling at like 9 a.m. He's like, what are you doing? I'm already awake. It's like it's midnight and it's calling. He's like, oh, that rooster, I'm using it as gator bait. I'll tell you that much.
Anyway.
Yeah, for sure. He knew this day was coming. And he ends the article by saying, "We haven't had any luck yet, unfortunately. We love our dog. We love our dog a lot, and would fight tooth and nail for him." Staff Sergeant Twidaddle, we salute you. You were a real ass dude. You know, I'm sorry I made you sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think it's a compliment, honestly, in my opinion. But you're a real ass dude. That's how it goes here in Florida. I've never had, knock on wood, I've never had to deal with that. I don't want to. Every Floridian we talk. That's what we do. We talk mad shit. I wish a gator would come up on me. I wish a gator would try to step to me and my dog. But the reality is it's pretty terrifying when it happens.
I had a gator in my pool before.
Really?
Yeah, I had to grab it by the tail. It was like a little. Like,
You had to grab it?
Yeah.
How big was the gator?
It was like a baby. It was like probably table size.
Table size. Size of this table, she's saying, everybody. So, how old were you when that happened?
I was in high school.
Okay. Man, were you the only person around, or?
I mean, I lived with my grandma and my great grandma.
Okay, no. Oh, I was just checking for. Mail check. I'm like, is there no other guy who tried to? Not that like.
We had no male family
And I want
members.
and I want to point out too. I want to say female empowerment. Yes, my point is like you would think a male would step up and be like, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. But unfortunately, no male. Well, no, you know what? Fortunately, no male's around because it sounds like Reese took care of it. Yeah. So you just grabbed it by its tail and just pulled it out of the pool, and then what happened? It just walked off.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lake behind the house, so I kind of threw it in that direction.
Wow.
And, it figured it out. It was
Right.
like, I don't really like chlorine.
Reese is the epitome of strength, and we'll get a little shop photo in of her flexing the guns that were used, the lethal weapons that were used in order to take this gator out. Nice. Good job. Good for you and Officer Twidaddle. You both are saluted. Staff Sergeant Twidaddle and Deputy Sergeant Reese. in the Save Dogs from Alligator Corps. Yeah, we're behind your cause, Twidaddle, and I'm gonna keep an eye out for that gator. Pretty much any gator's a fight on sight. If you're from Florida, so that was fun. That's a fun one. That sucks that Loki. But shouts out Loki. We're glad you're okay, and we hope you are able to use your paws at this point. I think this article's from like a couple years ago, so hopefully you're able to use your paws by now. I think you're doing good, bud. Sounds like your owners really love you. So, what we didn't know is that Loki was talking mad shit to that gator. That's why he had his paws in the water.
Hey, bitch.
Actually, yeah, we actually have live footage, and this is graphic. We have live footage of Loki being attacked by the gator right here, and we're gonna wait for that footage to play. It should have been played by now. We're good. Let's see who wrote this article. Tamar Lappin. All right. Tamar lapping those jokes. I'll tell you that much. Tamar lapped out the other day. I'll tell you that much. Tamar. Nah. Two's good enough. I let you off easy there. Tamar. He flipped out is how they start this article. It matches. A Florida man was caught on camera trying to evade arrest by cartwheeling away from the police. Wow. I mean, wow. I mean, I just don't. How do you? If you're the cop, while he's got his feet in the air, you just like grab his little toesies and you just be like, nope, no more cartwheel. They were afraid of his feet of fury, or maybe his feet stunk, or maybe he had loose shoes on. They saw his shoelaces were untied, and they were like, "Watch out, man!" Though I've seen a guy get taken off the force with a shoe to the face. I've seen it. Staff Sergeant Twidaddle was here for a while, and then a shoe took him out. But he's still fighting off gators. Don't you be mistaken about that. Now viral footage. Now viral footage here, John. We got now some viral footage. Shows the gymnastic enthusiast. Something tells me this guy's not an enthusiast. Blocking the path of a truck at a Wawa in Orlando by doing a flip in the middle of the roadway. That guy was like, street performers. You would think you can get away, but it is Orlando. Officers took him down apparently by blocking traffic. Oh, no, they took him down for apparently blocking traffic. Okay, that makes sense. I guess that's an arrestable offense. I don't know if that's, but the man was able to wiggle out of their grasps. He then launched into a cartwheel but didn't get very far. The Orange County Sheriff's Office identified the spry 40-year-old man, Gianfranco Fernandez. Ooh, these names. That's the other criteria to be a crazy Florida man is to have a really short to the point name or a crazy wild name. He was charged with battery on law enforcement officer and resisting arrest. That makes sense. I can see that. And we actually do have footage of that, so we'll go ahead and watch that real quick. Let's see this gymnast enthusiast. You know, this guy. You know, the police will just go after you for anything. You're in the Wawa parking lot. You're doing cartwheels. Oh, and what? That against the law? As John Jones once said, "Oh, a big black man does cartwheels in the parking lot. You're gonna arrest him?" Not his exact words, but it was pretty close. So, filmed from inside the Wawa. Oh, this guy's busting out a move. He's really stretching out too. Oh, we got a running start on that one. Oh, he's tired. He's exhausted. I'll see if you knew jiu-jitsu right here. This is easy. Oh, cartwheel. That's all. See what I see right there? Say what I see is a passionate Brazilian man who happens to be located in Orlando who just wanted to practice his capoeira. Okay? Now, the police have a problem with that. They're going to get caught with a couple of those capoeira kicks. You don't mess with those guys. Hilarious watching him just get exhausted at one point and sit down. Just, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah, it is confusing as to why he would just choose to block traffic doing that. That's questionable. But that's Florida. I do question that. I wonder in another state somewhere else that there's some guy doing flips blocking traffic and then he goes, "Oh, am I blocking traffic? My bad." And he just walks away because he's not from Florida. So also thank you Wawa for coming down here and giving crazy homeless people and crazy Florida people another place to be crazy at. Tell me up north people, if you're somebody from up north and you're watching this far and I hope that you are, please put in comments, are your up north Wawas just as bad or worse? I feel like you guys would have more class. I don't know. Like, Floridians just saw it as another shaded place with tables outside. My newsboy voice is just John Mulaney. My newsboy voice is John Mulaney, and it's a news anchor. Top news here in Florida, John Mulaney is sober again. John Mulaney is still sober. All right, so we're pretty much almost done here, but we do have an honorable mention to talk about here. Not real ass dude, not Floridian of the week in my opinion. That's going to be up to you guys. We're just here to cover that Floridian news for you. Maybe we change it to Floridian news or something like that. We'll workshop it. It's in the archives now. You'll know the day that we decided to change it was today. What's new? What's new, Florida? That's good. That's good. Oh, my brain's working on it. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, we're gonna. All right, sorry. So, sometimes this is what you surround yourself. Me and Rick just named our podcast patent throwing hands, and that's really that. I was like, he said he was like throwing hands. What about throwing hands? And I was like, love it, perfect. And I'm sitting here spouting out names, and what does Reese say? Florida and Friends, and that's the name. That's the name. All right, so this is just somebody who, I mean, how do you even, you know? So let's watch this video. It's from something that happened down in TSA at an airport.
Grenade launcher. The TSA found it in a checked bag when it went through security. The launcher wasn't assembled, and the grenade was a replica.
A grenade launcher.
Agents, he thought he could bring it on board with him. He couldn't, So the TSA confiscated the item and let him continue his trip on to Orlando.
My man said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna bring my replica grenade launcher to wherever the fuck I'm going."
I mean, it's not real.
It's not real. No, guys, no, it's not real. So it looks like the launcher is real, but the grenade's a replica. So, and for him, his response would be like, "I didn't know I couldn't bring it." What? That's like having a fake bomb, trying to bring it on a plane and going, "Is there a reason I can't bring this? Or is this a reason that it would frighten you guys?" And I don't. He clearly had it packed away, but if he was that confident, why not just walk around with it, bro? Man, that guy would get shot so quick. The only place you could walk around with something like this and not get shot immediately is Comic-Con. Is where?
Texas.
Shit. Texas. I'm watching you, bro. We're the crazy ones, all right? We got fake rocket launchers hanging around, okay? Texas. Look,
True.
Texas, who's
People would bring their shotguns to Walmart every day.
really?
Yeah.
Come on, Walmart. All right, come on, Florida. Step your game up. That's what. Hey, there's deeper parts of Florida we haven't even gone into yet. So I'm sure we'll see more of that. But you'll see more of that too on the next episode of Florida and Friends on SuperSour Podcast Network. Thanks for watching, guys.